Students are back in school, and that means it's a good time to get some reminders for drivers on how to safely share the road with school buses and students on foot. Irving Police Officer Robert Reeves is here to tell us more. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me, Thomas.
Yeah, and I think we all know about slowing down in active school zones, so let's advance the discussion to talk cell phones. What are the rules for using a cell phone in a school zone?
So you're not allowed to use your cell phone or handheld device at all in any school zone area throughout the state of Texas. Doing so is a violation, can result in you receiving a citation and having to go before the court to pay that ticket.
And just for clarification, can you use hands-free devices or something like that?
Correct. So hands-free, the Bluetooth, anything like that in your phone, your speakerphone, you can use all of those if you're needing to make a phone call. Just make that phone call before you enter that school zone. That way you don't have to be holding the phone to try to get it to dial.
There's also a lot to know about passing school buses. Our team has been out and about capturing some video we're going to show. And let's talk first about an undivided road like you see here. What are the rules if you encounter a school bus?
So an undivided roadway is where you have to stop before or after the school bus there. If you're coming towards the school bus and it has its red lights out, then you have to stop. If you're behind the school bus and it has its red lights out, you have to stop. The yellow lights is when you see those on the school bus, is that's letting you know that the school bus is about to stop or to proceed with caution.
And what if there is a median dividing the lanes of traffic?
The oncoming traffic coming towards the school bus does not have to stop. Only the traffic that's behind a school bus.
And how are all of these laws enforced?
Well, they're enforced through the Irving Police Department, our officers, our traffic officers that are out there working. You know, some school buses are equipped with camera systems on them to where they automatically take a picture of the individual that's violating and going past that school bus as it has its red lights activated and the stop signs activated. But we're going to get those complaints. We're monitoring and following school buses on their school routes to make sure that people are in compliant and not jeopardizing the safety of children.
Yeah, and what are the penalties for drivers who are in violation?
So you can receive a citation up to a $500 fine. That doesn't include court costs or any of those other types of fees that go into a ticket. But you can get a ticket up to $500, or you can even be arrested for that citation.
What should parents or other caretakers be telling their kids who are on foot, either maybe walking to a bus stop, walking to or from school?
So we have a large volume of kids that walk to school. You know, Irving's a very safe neighborhood community where our kids are walking to and from their elementary schools, even their high schools. And what we suggest and what we want parents to reiterate to their children is walk on the sidewalks, don't cut through people's yards, use the crosswalks at the lights, don't do what we call jaywalk, to where you run across a roadway in between two intersections, because those students could receive a citation for that. But more importantly, motorists are not looking for people, pedestrians, in the roadway. They're looking for them in crosswalks. So it's just much safer for someone to use the crosswalk.
You said the students themselves can receive a citation?
That is correct. So you can receive a citation as a child yourself, and then the parent and you have to both go to court on that ticket.
A lot to know and important reminders for a safer school year. Officer Robert Reeves, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.